Muses of Mythology is a spoiler-heavy podcast.
That's an understatement.
We're going to discuss not just the events of this book, but the Riordanverse as a whole, and really anything that we feel is relevant. You can find full spoiler warnings in the show notes. To do canceled film adaptations, plural. Oh, poor Kane Chronicles. Maybe one day we'll get to see.
Maybe one day we'll get to see you on the screen. Maybe we'll see Magnus too.
Maybe we'll see Magnus
Or we'll see Lester Papadopoulos, which would be crazy.
Never
if I ever
really
get to see that motherfucker on screen, that'd be awesome.
Give me animated Kane Chronicles. Welcome to Muses of Mythology, a podcast where we explore how ancient myths become part of modern pop culture through the lens of Rick Riordan's The Kane Chronicles. This is story 125, Demigods and Magicians. I'm your co-host and podcasting muse, Darien and Smartt. Joining me is my co-host and brother, DJ.
How's everybody doing? DJ the Muse, and I've been playing that new Scott Pilgrim game.
Oh, how is it?
It's pretty good.
Console level patron Tim has also been playing and sharing screenshots in the Patreon or in the Discord.
It's really fun. I have the same feeling about it in terms of like the fact that it's like a sequel to like the Scott Pilgrim as I do Spider-Man 2. Is that
okay?
It's good.
Hey,
it's missing something.
It's missing something. I think we should chat more about that, but not just in the garden. I think maybe you should tell me more about that over on Bunker 9 on the Patreon.
Maybe.
But first we should go to the garden. DJ, we have a big thank you.
That we do.
We have a new God tier level patron.
Wonderful. We love to hear it.
Thank you so much to Inlasts, who joined us on the Patreon before the last episode came out. I'm so sorry we didn't thank you before that episode dropped. We're doing it now. Thank you. We so deeply appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy all the wonderful content we have over there.
Specifically Musemas.
Specifically
DJ's Pride and Joy.
I love that shit. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you so much for supporting the show and for helping us with our monthly Patreon donations. It is a new month, so we will be donating to another organization dedicated to creating a net positive in the world.
Which organization is that, Darien?
Well, DJ, that's a great question. There's just a lot going on in the world right now.
Too much.
And it is one of those things that start to feel like nothing you can do can possibly matter, because what impact can one person or one little show have? And so when I feel that way, I think I find solace in zeroing in on local community and in remembering that, yes, every little thing can make a difference. And so this month, we will be donating to Faces of Hope. We have actually donated to Faces of Hope's causes in the past. Specifically, this was the organization that my office worked through to help provide Christmas presents to a family who had been seeking this organization's services. Mm-hmm. And that was specifically, the money went towards buying gifts specifically. For this one, we're going to donate. We're throw money at them. Just throw money. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, here's just $20.
Yes. So Faces of Hope serves men, women, and children experiencing domestic violence, sexual assault, child abuse, elder abuse, stalking, or human trafficking. Their dedicated team wraps around an individual or family and provides crisis intervention services to stabilize them at no cost.
Wonderful.
Which can include safety planning, protection orders, legal aid, counseling, classes, case management, emergency assistance, including food, gas, shelter, and referrals to like other community resources. Mm-hmm. They aim to create an entire network of services. When individuals and families find themselves in those situations, it's not just one thing. There's no magic.
It's never just one thing.
Magic. Well, we fix this one thing and everything works better. Like your entire life is a intricate puzzle of pieces.
Yeah, it's rough.
And a lot of things have to go out of alignment before that picture starts to become blurry. Yeah. And so Faces of Hope works to help realign all of the pieces, not just one.
We have 13 patrons, so we're going to be bumping it up to an extra $7 to a nice clean 20.
So I feel like it's just a nice round number.
Yeah, it's a nice round number. Good. It's substantial enough to do a good amount. I don't know. $20 is just nice to have.
Yeah. Organizations know exactly how far they can stretch the money to have the most impact. So if you would like to know more about Faces of Hope, link is going to be in the show notes. Thank you so much to Inlasts and all of our patrons for making these donations possible.
And now back to the show.
Hey, DJ.
What's up?
How did you feel about revisiting Percy and Annabeth?
You know, the characterization here is much more in line with the characterization in Chalice than in Triple Goddess.
Yeah.
It was mind-blowing how much he can nail these characters when he's not like trying to base them off the show.
It wasn't even just basing him off the show. I feel like the biggest struggle with the characterization of Triple Goddess was not necessarily basing him off the version of those characters in the show, but the point in time
reverting
in which the
them
characters
back
were,
to kind of 12,
yes.
13-year-olds.
The way Percy, Annabeth, and Grover interact in Triple Goddess, which I largely really liked.
Here's the thing, it's good. If this was like original PJO and not
after everything
senior year Percy, where we've had everything, then yeah, it's Triple Goddess is wonderful.
It's super fun, but there's
all this shit, and we've had 2 other characterizations of Percy that happens after this, and that have been, honestly, I really like Percy and Annabeth in this.
Yeah,
I think they're fucking awesome.
Yep, they're great in these. If you want to hear more of our thoughts on Chalice
and Triple Goddess.
Yeah, well, what was the full name for Chalice?
Chalice of the Gods.
Chalice of the Gods and Wrath of the Triple Goddess. We have those over on Patreon. You can join us there. But today we're not talking about, and this is actually the first time. No, that's not true. The short stories associated with the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. Those are bonus episodes we did on Patreon.
Yes.
But the short stories, that was 9 from the 9 Realms for Magnus, that ended up being a final episode on the main feed because when
there
I was
was
like,
extra stuff too.
We hadn't visited all 9 realms.
That's what it was.
I was like, we can't do this. And that's why this one, it set the precedent to doing these on the main feed, and also serves as an excellent bridge back into Percy and Annabeth and the Greek and Roman stuff. So, kind of. These short stories take place, obviously, after the events of Serpent Shadow.
But also after the events of Heroes.
But they often take events, after Blood of Olympus and before Hidden Oracle. So around this, they're overlapping with when the senior year adventures are taking place, because those are taking place before Apollo shows up.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at, roughly. They were originally, they being the 3 short stories, which are the Son of Sobek, the Staff of Serapis, and the Crown of Ptolemy. And these are all short stories that were originally published in the paperback versions of some of the Heroes of Olympus and the Kane Chronicles.
That's crazy.
So the first one is the Son of Sobek.
The thing is, this had come out after even Blood.
Yes. No.
Yes. Blood came out 2014. This came out 2015.
That's true. Okay.
Blood of Olympus, by the way, if you didn't realize.
Sorry, okay. Sorry, I thought you meant it was coming out before Blood of Olympus.
No, after Blood.
Yes. So, but
I knew it takes place after Blood, but I looked up to see like when they even came out, and it's
because they were like incentive to get the paperback books as they were coming out. So,
crazy.
Serpent Shadow.
I can't imagine. It's not me. It's not. I don't even. Falcom has released East 10 Nordics, Nordics Proud. Nordics came out like 2 years ago. I played it here.
Yeah, I remember you playing it.
Yeah.
I think you talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, and now they're coming out with like a redo that's got additional stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to pay $70 just for some minor additions. That's probably relatively major additions to the story, but it's in the grand scheme of East.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So
wait.
So the first one came out in the paperback version of The Serpent Shadow. The second story was Mark of Athena, and the third one came out in the paperback of Blood of Olympus. And then they were all released together in the Demigods and Magician book in 2016.
Okay.
I only have most of the books I own are hardback. They just look nicer on the shelf.
They feel better to read.
Right? Paperbacks are great for travel.
I love holding a hardback. Yeah. I love a hardback book.
Now, so what that means is I do not have
any of these. Well, you have one.
I have one.
You have the one in your hand.
I have the one in my hand. I don't have the one from Mark of Athena or Blood of Olympus because those books I bought in hardback when they were coming out.
Yeah, right as they released.
Right when they released.
I'm sure you picked up Blood the moment it came out.
Yeah. Those were good. I have it, Serpent Shadow, because I never actually owned the hardback versions of the Kane Chronicles. I read those through my library when I was a kid. And then I bought when we started the podcast, I bought a set of 3 as paperback. I would upgrade to hardback if I stumbled upon a Muse. I'd be because again, they look nicer on my shelves. Yeah. But So I only have, of those 3 books where the short stories exist, I only have the Serpent Shadow.
Mm-hmm. Which has which one?
Which has the first one, the Son of Sobek.
Oh, interesting.
And you'll be wondering, Darien, why didn't you just go buy Demigods and Magicians? Well, because I didn't enjoy it enough to want to pay full price for it.
I don't blame you.
So I hit up Half Price Books, and I hit up another used bookstore in the area. And it just wasn't there? They just don't have them right now. And
it happens.
Flip side, I loved 9 from the 9 so much that I did go buy it new from Barnes & Noble before we did the episode because I deeply enjoyed that
willing to do that.
I will.
Just not here.
I didn't dislike it, but I know for a fact I can snag those bad boys. I also kind of thought I already had them in the book versions, and I didn't. You know what? They also, here's the thing. When I say they're releasing the paperback versions, it must be the US versions because these bad boys, not in the UK versions of Mark of Athena or Blood of Olympus, which I own the paperbacks of the UK versions.
Why do you have the paperbacks of those?
Because they were at a bookstore that I was at when I was looking for Discworld books. They were on the shelves.
And you're like, whoa, crazy
covers. And I
covers.
picked it on crazy covers, and I looked at it, it says half boy, half god, all hero. And I'm like, yo, it's got the UK spelling and everything. So I did, and they were like $1 a piece.
Oh, you know what? Understandable.
So yeah, I'm like,
I've definitely looked at shit like, it's just $1? Okay.
Yeah, for all, and they had all of them. If they only had 1 or 2, no. But they had someone clearly had just donated the whole thing.
If He's Proud Nordics was $20, you're like, fine.
Yeah,
it's
right.
$20.
So yeah,
I'll play it again. I like the game enough. Not $70 enough but I like the game enough.
Yeah. So I did double check there because they're on the shelf and they're not back there. So
hate to see it.
Damn. And if that's wrong, if you're a UK listener and you've read it in the UK and you have it, then I don't know why my version doesn't have it. But so what that means is the only one I'm going to be able to cite specifically is going to be Son of Sobek. The other one, we're just going to be going off of vibes. But you may be like, how'd you listen to it? And it's slime tutorials on YouTube. So
yeah, he did great.
Oh, shoot. Actually, there is one reason I wish I had the Demigods and Magician thing, because it opens with a message from Percy.
It does.
And that
was crazy.
Horrible.
That was crazy.
I hated the way Percy talked in that. Now, when we get to Crown of Ptolemy, he sounds fine. He sounds like Percy, no problem. But there's this crazy intro he does at the beginning of Demigods and Magicians, where he's just like, yeah, this is Percy Jackson. I want to give you the 411 of what's going on here. And I'm like, what fucking year is it? And Percy's never talked like this.
411.
Yeah, like I'm fair. Again, I opened it up just now and I'm like, oh, shoot, right. This wouldn't open with that. This opens with Carter, because our narrators are Carter in the first one, Annabeth in the second one, Percy in the third one. I wonder if it bothers Rick that he didn't do 4 to also do Sadie, but it's okay.
I found a PDF to the book, but it doesn't have that intro. It just jumps right into Son of Sobek.
Weird. Yeah, it's jarring. It was really jarring. Just
also available as a graphic novel?
Did you do a graphic novel of Son of Sobek?
No, it's Demigods and Magicians. It's the whole thing. What?
Huh.
No, I was lied to. I don't know why it said that.
So, yeah, that just felt very jarring. Because I'm like, Percy has never talked like this, and Percy doesn't sound like this. But by the time we get to Crown of Ptolemy, that's Percy.
Yeah, it's 100% Percy. It's great.
I think that's the first time Rick had written in Percy's head POV, because it's first person again since the Percy Jackson series, because Heroes is all third person, and it'd still be years before Senior Year Adventures.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
I don't know where that thing came from. That must be in some other editions. I looked at 3 different PDFs just now, and it doesn't have none of them have that. They're all the same. They were all the same one, I guess. So obviously, but
is it the thing we listened to? Do you remember?
I remember the thing being like, oh, this is a little strange. It's just like Percy writing a letter to Rick, I guess. Right.
It's the Camp Half-Blood Scribe is Rick Riordan's whole bit.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, what do you think of these?
I thought they were fun.
Yeah, they were fun.
They were a good time.
Yeah.
There were some I took notes because some things were really crazy. Carter casting Crucio was really funny. He cast the power word pain.
Oh yeah,
on the alligator,
yeah.
And that's just Crucio.
That's crazy. Hey, when did the first Magnus Chase book come out?
2015, 16.
That's right. 2015. Okay. I was just wondering because Son of Sobek was the first one of these. Copyright 2013. So this would have
these
been,
were coming out for a bit, yeah.
So this would have been the first time any characters of other books had interacted because because even though by this point, not by this point, because Blood of Olympus was 2015.
15, yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't know Annabeth had a cousin yet when this one came out. So Son of Sobek was written before Blood of Olympus.
Yeah.
So, because it's interesting.
I realize that.
Yeah, it's like trying to figure out, like, when the hell does this take place? But, like, Percy mentions the doors of death.
Yeah.
So, no.
Like, he does. He mentions the doors of death not being closed because it's not dying properly. He's like, he should have been dusted. It must be something up at the doors of death again or some shit like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it was that or if it was... Because I know he accuses Carter of being... Okay, yeah, for the first one, it's Carter and Percy.
Yeah.
The second one is Annabeth and Sadie. And the third one is all four together.
Yeah.
And we open with Carter got eaten by a giant crocodile.
Eddie did.
Yeah. Everybody else, he's all by himself because in Long Island, because the rest of the Brooklyn house was at the first gnome for a week-long training session on controlling cheese demons.
Wow.
And again, that cheese joke that Rick loves to make, and I thought I was cool with it, and now suddenly it's back here, and I hate it again. I hate the cheese as the fourth element, or the fifth element. I don't understand why. So something weird's going on, and Carter's like, I can take care of it myself, and then he gets swallowed by a giant
What if
crocodile.
the fifth element's just decay, but it's like because cheese is a mold?
But not all cheese.
Not all cheese, but like most cheese.
I don't think that's true.
I have no idea.
I think you're thinking of blue cheese. Blue cheese is like moldy.
Yeah, hella mold.
Like, yeah, hold on.
There's plenty of mold in cheese.
What is cheese? Okay, well. It's a coagulation of milk proteins. Which is not the same.
What's coagulation if it's not one step in decay?
Coagulation is a process of curdling.
Yeah, so it's going bad. It's part of decay.
It's caused by adding rennet, a culture. You do add like a bacteria and then lemon to it and let it. Okay. All right. Fine.
It's a part.
Fine. I will. You know what?
It's a step in the decay of milk.
Into the chaos and entropy we go.
Yep.
Fine.
I don't know.
No, do you think that was intentional, or
no,
is it
certainly not. It's
being
just some
smarter
fucking
than the
weird ass
joke?
meme that he's doing. It's a crazy joke, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Carter gets swallowed. He's about to either hit it with a giant fist from the inside or die when Percy shows up.
Yeah.
I love seeing Percy from other people's POV. He's so crazy.
It's so much fun. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Percy throwing around racial slurs he doesn't even realize.
Yeah, that's so intense. Then be like, well, you're obviously a half-blood.
Fuck you calling me a half-blood for? It's like, what? You like doing magic and shit. You must be a
like
half-blood, right?
Like, yeah, because let's not forget, like, Carter is mixed race.
Carter
his dad
is,
is black.
yeah,
His
yeah.
mom is white.
Yeah.
And so being called a half-blood is, hey, that's very racially charged,
that is,
actually.
In fact, yeah.
Like, it's like,
no, not like that.
No, he's like, oh. And that's a fact. And also, Percy's just so, like, thinks he knows exactly what's going on because of how long he's had to deal with this, that he is not picking up on the very obvious, like, clues that
Carter's not Greek
Carter's
or Roman.
not Greek or Roman. He also, it's also so weird. I also find it a little odd that he doesn't ask him. He's like, okay, well then are you Roman?
Yeah,
like
right.
he's like, okay, you're obviously a son of Ares, and he doesn't. When Carter is all weird, he's like, oh wait, Mars maybe? Like that doesn't come up. But like, is a lot of
there is a level
obvious.
There is a level of with this that Rick's not pulling from the experiences of heroes for Percy and Annabeth in this.
Yeah.
Aside from them just saying like, yeah, I've been through a lot of stuff.
Yes, but I wonder if that's because, again, this short story was written in 2013 and the other ones hadn't finished yet. And it was hesitant to actually, hold on.
Dude, I can't imagine somebody who hasn't read Mark of Athena, doesn't know anything about it, reads Mark of Athena in the paperback version because it's what they could have afforded at the time, and then is like, oh fuck, and then that's the ending, and then they flip to the back and they read the next one, which I assume is the Sadie Annabeth one
Yeah.
in the Mark of Athena book.
Yeah.
And she's
Oh, that
like,
is kind of crazy.
what the fuck is going on here?
You're right. That is crazy.
That'd be a crazy experience.
Okay, hold on. I need a list of when all of these books were published in like what order exactly.
2013, 2014, 2015.
Right. But I need the other books around it.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but
Right.
I want to.
Mark of Athena came out in 2012.
2012. That's the year
Wait, so we got Sadie first? Or no, when did the paperback come out? Sorry. Yeah. That's right.
So Mark of Athena came back the year I graduated high school, probably came out after I graduated in the spring, which is why I have it in hardback, and the first two are in paperback.
Mm-hmm. The paperback came out in 2014.
Okay. But I want to know when, like, roughly the timeline of when Rick was writing these.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
When did the paperback for Serpent Shadow come out? Was that 2013?
2012.
2012 on that.
Paperback.
Yeah, the paperback of it, because that's would be when it was released.
First U.S. paperback edition, 2013.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So he was working on Blood while writing this.
Yeah.
Because Blood comes out 2014. And that's just full release date, not just its paperback. So I think he had everything nailed down. He could have been pulling from it, I feel.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because, I mean, he pulls from fucking Burning Maze before it's out with Magnus Chase.
Magnus Chase, yes. Because it's very much like...
Ship of the Dead. Like, right at the end, like, he pulls from that for Annabeth and Percy finding out Jason's dead, and then we get Burning Maze later. So you could have pulled a little bit.
So, yeah, House of Hades would have come out.
The year that one came out?
The year that paperback of Serpent Shadow came out. So,
yeah.
So I was trying to figure out if Mark of Athena, Percy and Annabeth being dropped into Tartarus, if depending on when the paperback came out for Serpent Shadow versus when the publication of House of Hades was, I don't have that. Actually, no, let me click. I can find out. So House of Hades came out October of 2013.
Okay.
And then the paperback of
this one specifically
Serpent
came out.
Shadow.
Which it would arguably mean that he was working on both of these stories at the same time.
Yeah.
He was working on 3 different stories at one fucking time.
And that is why Kane Chronicles and Heroes of Olympus is not quite as strong as it could be.
Yeah.
That is why we have so many,
Jesus, dude. Like, right at the end there, you really were burning the candle at two ends.
That's exactly why.
Well, I guess technically Serpent Shadow was already out. So he was working on 2 throughout the entirety of Blood.
Yeah.
My God, dude. That's also 9 different characters he has to be in the head of. No, more than that, because Reyna and Nico as well.
Mm-hmm.
So 11 different fucking characters.
And this is why it's not as strong as
that's why
books.
peaks and valleys are so high and low.
That's a great way to describe it. You're right, DJ. It's the peaks and valleys of...
They're so high, but also so fucking low. No, I don't know if I'd say they're so low. I still really like Heroes, so.
I just want to know when the fucking paperback came out. That's all I'm asking.
For which one?
Internet. I need to know what month Serpent Shadow came out, because I need to know if when these were coming out, if we didn't know the fate of Percy and Annabeth, but we were suddenly reading about Percy.
Dude, that's what I need to know. That would be crazy.
Like,
okay, AI, you're actually just lying to me here.
you fucking don't know shit,
April 3rd
AI.
of 2018, baby.
You don't know shit, AI. Yeah. Well, it's weird.
There's another one October 3rd, 2017.
AI is pulling from the Kane Chronicles graphic novel, which came out April 3rd, 2018.
May 7th, 2013.
So that means we were seeing Percy and Carter
crazy.
when the last time we saw him, he and Annabeth had dropped into fucking Tartarus.
That's so nuts.
That's so crazy. Yep. Okay, because here's the thing. Even though I'm
just glad I started reading these books in like 2015. I didn't have to wait for any of this shit.
You
it
didn't.
Was so nice.
So here's actually another fun like Darien lore is that even though I don't have the Demigods and Magician ones, nor do I have the 2 other paperbacks, I did read these stories as they came out because I worked at Hastings, which sold books. So when they came out, and I was aware they were there, I just on my break would grab one of the books,
read it real quick, and then throw it
read
back
the
on the
paperback
shelf.
and put it back. That's how I read all of Alice in the Country of Hearts manga. I just read them on my breaks. All the Kingdom Hearts manga, I just read them on my breaks.
Working at a bookstore.
Working at a bookstore.
Mostly bookstore.
Yeah, mostly books. But yeah, so that was the life that Percy Jackson fans were living.
Dude, Jesus.
Mm-hmm. And then
Yeah, I'm stoked I could pick up House of Hades right after Mark. That was really nice.
Oh, yeah. And then when did Blood of Olympus come out? Okay, Blood of Olympus was 2014.
2014 paperback was 2015, I think.
Yep. And so when was the paperback of Mark of Athena? I think paperback of Mark of Athena must have come out before Blood of Olympus.
Yeah.
So we knew Percy and Annabeth were fine and they were out of Tartarus, and then we're seeing Annabeth with Sadie. Because here's the other thing, is that it was like the threat of like the blood like sacrifice that we were being told was going to come. And so these two short stories...
2014 is the publication date of the paperback.
Yeah. And yeah, if this Blood of Olympus came out in October, the paperback version probably came out in spring likewise.
Yeah, April.
So yeah, it is kind of crazy to realize that is like what the readers were experiencing.
I can't believe that. That's fucking nuts.
That's so crazy. Like, you just dropped Percy and Annabeth into Tartarus, but here's a fun adventure with him and Carter. I don't even know. Like, clearly he's fine. Like, we know they're marked as safe, I guess, because they were here.
Right at this point, you're
that
like,
was never in question. Rick wasn't ready to kill off his like big characters yet.
No, whoa, an author's not going to kill off the main character?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that was never in
crazy.
question. But it was still kind of bizarre to be like, I know they're going to be fine, but this is wild.
Feels crazy. Yeah,
and the mention of like the doors of death being mentioned when that's a thing they hadn't even actually fully dealt with yet at the time.
Yeah.
Man, Rick Riordan is wild.
He was wild in the 10s, okay? In the
He's
early
doing
10s.
too much.
He was crazy from 2010 to 2016.
Yo, we still don't have confirmation of this third.
Yeah, that's
senior year. I know he's been working on the show, y'all. I know he's not just lounging, but like we also still don't have the show being renewed.
I'm just gonna fucking put the book to the side. We're gonna focus as best we can on the show because we only get 3 seasons.
We can't. I mean, I know I also say that all the time, but you can't say it. You need to be the optimist.
I gotta be the optimist.
You can't say that if we're both saying
No,
it.
that was in Rick's mind.
His heart and soul.
In his heart and soul, it's like, yeah, we're probably only getting 3 seasons, so I'm gonna put all I can into these 3 seasons, and I'm gonna shelve the books for now. And then I'm going to get back to them for later because I can do that at any time.
Maybe he's holding the last one hostage until they renew 4 and 5.
Maybe the contract was open about it. I have no idea what that contract
Because I said, hey, if we redo the show, I could also write more books. And they said, hell yeah, we love books.
Maybe he wants to coincide its release with the 3rd season.
That'd be kind of cool. Well, the 3rd season's coming out at the end of this year.
Yeah.
And we don't even have an announcement for book 3.
Yeah.
So... I mean, maybe, but that'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, we got to move on.
His work ethic is nuts, Darien.
This is true. Okay, Son of Sobek. DJ, what's going on in this short story?
Carter and Percy fight a crocodile that's got a necklace that turns somebody or any crocodile into the son of Sobek.
Yeah, just a big old...
Just a big fucking alligator crocodile, whatever.
Big crocodile.
Big man.
Big Nile
Once
crocodile.
they finally get it off, it turns into the small crocodile. Carter takes the necklace, and they're like, okay, man, we're not going to talk to each other because we're worried about what our respective groups would do.
It's true.
Which, got to be honest with you, I think Percy and Carter could definitely integrate way better because they'd be working together instead of being like suddenly thrusted into each other's world.
Yeah.
I bet if Percy and Jason got together with all of their knowledge present and Hera or Juno just grabbed them and be like, all right, here's just a meeting real quick, talk.
Yeah,
and then Jason would be able to smooth things over with the Romans because he was fucking Praetor.
Yeah, and everyone would...
You didn't need to do this crazy switcheroo.
We didn't need to do this.
To get them to work together. Octavian was nuts, sure.
Sure.
But he had no power over Jason and Reyna.
Yeah.
Jason and Reyna fucking reigned supreme over these.
Here's the true problem. It was the fact that we yet again have Zeus is the problem. The reason that Juno Hera had to do this was because Zeus was the one that said that they're not allowed to interact.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
And we will get into that when we
get
start this in the summer. But for now, we have the trope. I think we have the trope of 2 characters fight and then become friends. I'm not mad at that.
No, I'm not mad.
To be clear, I'm not
great.
saying it's bad. It makes total sense.
I'm always a big fan of Carter reaching to the doo-wop, grabbing his khopesh. Huge fan of that. That's always visually
Always really
great.
cool. I love the Egyptian magic. He accidentally punches Percy with the hieroglyph. He didn't mean to. He'd already had powered
He's
up.
like, oh, this is bullshit. Fuck you. Come here.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, he punches Percy, worried he killed him, but luckily Percy landed in some water. He's like, okay.
Oh, we're doing it
we're
now.
doing
Okay, fuck you.
Okay, fuck you. I guess that is your crocodile, motherfucker.
Yeah, literally.
And like just goes at him because he's Percy fucking Jackson.
He's like, and then suddenly a big wave was approaching me.
Yeah, oh shit. Oh shit.
It's like, I don't know where the wave came from, but I've never seen magic like that in Egypt.
Yeah.
Never seen any magician do that.
Yep, the swordplay. Like, Carter is good, but Percy's
the goat.
6 years of experience under his belt, and I think Carter
He's
has
also
2.
the son of Poseidon.
He's also the son of Poseidon. Well, Carter is like the eye of Horus, but he is not himself divine.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. Hey, GJ, do you remember how Serpent's Shadow ends?
It ends with them not being the eyes anymore, so why can he use the ability?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I thought it was dumb that they weren't the eye anymore, so I'm actually really stoked about it. He's still the eye.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's so fucking wild because it literally ends with not just that they're not the eye anymore, but all of the gods going deeper into the Dua, and the idea is that they're going to be totally separated from...
Which is weird because that's just not the point of the entirety of Kane Chronicles. It was to get the magicians and gods to be working together more often.
But it was only to fight Apophis.
Yeah, but that's cringe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was also the thing about that was like so it was like so hedging it because it's like, oh, but Anubis and Walt can still be here. And we still get to go see their parents.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
And
if you're gonna
Thoth is
do
still
it,
probably going to hang out.
yeah, if you're gonna do it, do it. If you're gonna separate it. No more magic. The gods are completely gone. Like, if we're
Yeah.
gonna do it, fucking do it. Don't do this thing that you walked back. And if we're gonna, like, that's what makes me mad. He walked it back. I'm not mad that he did it in the book. I'm mad he did it and didn't commit. The biggest problem we had with the bride and in the King Chronicles is he refused to commit to his
Refuses
concepts.
to commit.
Yeah, so not only is they're still able to do the
Make them
magic.
twins. Make Isis and Horus like both competing for the fucking throne. That would be sick. That's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest thing. So, yeah, not only is he still, because he's also like trying to talk to Horus, but Horus has been like silent to him right now. And then later on, he's like, Sobek, it better not be you messing with me, which does immediately say that the gods are not
Are
deep
still
and
around.
separate. They're still physically around. So where's Bast?
Doing her own thing, I guess. I don't know.
So that's kind of the thing about it, is like we've either retconned or things have changed pretty quickly. They weren't gone for as long as they thought they were going to do. Whatever, we don't get more into. We have not revisited the Canes since the final book. We'll talk about that later, or the final.
I guess technically
story.
we haven't really revisited Magnus since the final book either, but we
But
also
Magnus
haven't near
didn't
as
get
much.
short stories that came out after in
Yeah.
other books with crossovers.
Yeah, that was-
So that's what is. But okay, so yeah, long and short of it is, it's the big. I love the crocodile gets into like a neighborhood and these kids are trying to fight it, but they're just kids. They only have super
Wasn't
soakers.
actually during
Go on.
during 9 of the 9? Wasn't Magnus just visiting Annabeth?
Yeah,
Let's get that. Let's get
Annabeth was
that.
visiting his cousin. Yeah,
Let's get that.
yeah, Magnus was visiting his cousin Annabeth
Let's get that
in California, I think.
in California.
Yeah, he was visiting her.
Yeah, let's get that in fucking New Rome. Let's get that. Let's get Romans getting introduced to the fucking Norse. Come on.
That's the big question. Like, is he allowed to come visit her New Rome, or did they meet up in like San Francisco or
Probably
something?
met up in San Francisco.
Because and that
Well,
would be
no,
great.
he
not
is a
commit.
demigod.
He is a demigod.
He technically does have arguably a right to go in. He is the child of a god. I don't know if they specify Roman specifically because they
Percy
didn't know
got in.
other. Percy got in, but it's like Greek, right?
Right,
but
right,
like
but still.
they didn't know Greek existed, so
Exactly.
I doubt they literally specified Roman god. I'm sure it just says descendant of a god.
Yeah. Because like, and we'll talk about this. The thing I want to talk about going into the next season is more clearly defining what those differences look like. Because even though we've done episodes about a lot of these figures already, I do want to kind of revisit some of the ones we discussed previously, especially like Ares. I didn't do a good job in the Ares episode. Like
The Ares episode sounds
bad.
like it might have been a mess. I didn't listen to it. I wasn't a part of it.
No, it was a mess, and I shouldn't.
And you just talked about Wonder Woman. Apparently, that's what I heard you.
Yeah, but listen, it was season 1.
Yeah, we
That
were
was
figuring
podcast
out what we were
Poseidon.
doing.
We were early days. Yeah, so we'll do that one, but that's what I want to really heavily define. But yeah, he could maybe. I don't know if Rick was willing to commit. But wow, this book was only This book was only $10. There's no way you can get a fucking paperback for $10 today.
Not at that size, no.
Not of this size.
Not of that size, renown, author, you know?
The embossed symbols. Yeah. Okay, focus up. So eventually, but before they fight the crocodile more, they do both start to like freak out of like, oh, you're not
Egyptian. You're not one of mine.
You're not
in my world.
This is dangerous. We aren't supposed to interact with each other.
But you're down the street from us.
They're so
fucking close.
In Carter,
they saw Apollo do shit.
Raw
do shit.
Yeah. I mean,
ridiculous.
And
there's a second sun in the sky.
Yeah, and then Carter's like,
that's right. The second sun happened in the sky while they were busy during Heroes.
Yeah.
So they could not have investigated that.
Yeah, everyone was a little freaked out with the other camp. So
yeah.
But Carter did see a Pegasus once. And so yeah. But it's very much, oh, this is dangerous. We're not supposed to be part of each other's worlds. But like arguably, which is what this is about, the impact of Greek on Egyptian.
I was right about Hazel. Dude, Hazel would be the most goated magic fucking user of all time. She showed up with fucking Greek, Roman, and Egyptian magic. Yeah. The ability to control the mist. Dude, oh my God. I was so right. Yet? No.
Read fucking Court of the Dead.
I need to get to
it. Yeah, you are fucking right. If Hazel could do it all.
Yeah, I was just so right.
So yeah,
especially with the fact that they literally nailed down. It's like, oh yeah, when you mix the magic, it's just stronger. When you mix the abilities, it's just stronger.
Yeah. So this one doesn't have a lot of like new lore. We're just dealing with this crocodile that's wearing a magic necklace that transforms him. They try to get it off. Percy can't do it. It has to be a magician. So Percy has to do a distraction where he literally creates a hurricane because he's Percy Jackson. It's what he fucking does.
Yeah.
Carter's able to climb up there and do some hieroglyphic magics, and he gets it off. And like I said, it shrinks down into just like a little crocodile. And so Carter's like, well, I guess I'll take this home, and he's gonna live at our pool with Prince Macedonia. Right. They go get some burgers, and Percy has no money, so Carter has to pay for the burgers.
Shout out.
And then they're like, well, we should probably.
Technically, these would also be happening during senior year, wouldn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the because it's summertime because the kids are at home. They've got the super soakers, so it's the summer
before senior year.
Yes.
Because he leaves in June, so it would have to be. I guess.
Yeah. So maybe early May. Yeah, because it's taking place. Well, interesting. Senior happens after Blood of Olympus, which drops him off at the beginning of his senior year, and then in September.
Then it's got to be like shortly after his birthday.
So actually, is this after?
Because this is supposed to be after Blood. This is sometime happening.
Percy doesn't turn 18 until August when he starts college.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's... this is like happening in August. If it's supposed to be happening before he moves, but also after Blood. And it's the summertime.
Wait, because when they...
Timelines.
Fuck. And yes, the floating timeline. Like, I don't need the books to match up with real world events.
No, I do need them to match them up with themselves.
Right. Because Hidden Oracle takes place in January.
Mm-hmm.
I think this takes place the summer after Blood of Olympus, but before he starts his senior year of high school.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because you said he drops him off in August, right? Blood?
Yes.
Yeah, so it happens in August.
Right.
Literally fucking right after Blood, he starts doing this shit.
Yeah, hold on. Like,
it's Saturnalia, isn't it? Is what you have to stop it by?
Plot, they have to...
Either Saturnalia or the Bologna one.
Yeah, I guess when does...
Feast of Spes.
Okay, yeah. What is that?
August 1st. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is taking place into the summer, I guess, yeah.
Honoring the goddess of hope.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the...
Greek equivalent of Elpis.
So yeah, so these events take place before Chalice of the Gods.
Yeah.
So he has not started senior year yet.
He's not gotten the
fucking letters.
The letters. He's not talked about having to get the letters. He's literally just got off saving the world during Blood. And now he's dealing with this shit 3 weeks later.
Yep. I love this thing where it's like, you can't just kill it. You can't just kill a monster. Watch me, Percy grumbled. No, I mean, it's immortal. I've heard that before. I've vaporized plenty of immortals and sent them back to Tartarus. Tartarus? Yeah, it who's Sobek? Lord of Crocodiles, Egyptian god. And that's when Percy's like, oh, hey, where are you from? Originally, Los Angeles.
So no. I guess let me be more specific. Who's your group? What's your tribe, bro?
Yeah. And it's like it takes him literally.
We're both talking about gods here, but what's the gods? What is the plural of the gods for you?
It does take Carter saying the word Egyptian for Percy to finally realize, wait, I think maybe you're not Greek.
Yeah, I think it's
despite the fact that he's got the Kopish and the hieroglyphs and this fucking
it's funny
crocodile
to me
and
being
jewelry.
Like, I've read all these books, but even before reading these books, I had a relatively surface level understanding that there are different pantheons.
Yeah.
What the different pantheons, like iconography, just shit like that.
Yeah.
Percy not knowing any Egyptian is so funny to me.
Yeah,
like, not even like the vibe of Egyptian. I feel like you could see a hieroglyph and be like, yeah, that's probably Egyptian.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Sometimes I do encounter people that just don't have a baseline knowledge of even like what I would call casual level mythology.
It is.
Because that was never an interest even a little bit.
It is so crazy when you come in contact with somebody that doesn't have a baseline knowledge of something that you
have such a deep
have a deep vibe, and it was something that happened to you, like that you got into it so young.
Yes, and so it just feels
so it's like it's second nature.
Yeah, it's like
you're
like, everybody has to know this a little bit.
Everybody's got a little, right?
Like,
no,
I'm not saying
some
you
people
need to know
don't.
as much as I do. Yeah, that is a thing where it's like I'm not saying everybody
there
should
are
know as much as I do,
people
but like
my age who just have never fucking touched a computer.
Yeah, it's like just not a thing, right? It's like, hey, when we grew up in the same, like roughly like same socioeconomic and part of the world. Like, what do you mean you didn't read the Percy Jackson books growing up? Like, what do you mean you didn't watch The Mummy 1999 growing up?
Literally.
Like, what do you mean? Like, you didn't do this thing? And that's fine. So we've spent way too long talking about Son of Sobek because it's pretty people. So they get off, and then they're like, okay, well, we probably should, in case something weird happens, we should have a way of contacting each other. But like, I don't know, we're both a little bit cagey.
Yeah.
So Carter puts a hieroglyph on Percy's hand. He's like, okay, if you need me, just like say my name,
and I'll show up.
And
I'll just be right there.
I'll hear you, and I'll come, like in case something, because they both agree, like it feels weird.
Yeah.
Like it feels weird that this crocodile just so happened to attack in Long Island, so close to Camp Half-Blood.
Yeah.
Like that's why Percy's dealing with it, right? It's not in Brooklyn. It's not in Manhattan where Percy.
No, it's
and
in
Carter
Long Island.
It's in Long
and
Island.
Carter's dealing with it because it's Egyptian.
Yeah, and Percy's dealing with it because it's literally right next to the camp.
Yeah.
So that's how that wraps. Now we cut to the staff of Serapis.
Yep.
And we have Annabeth.
Yeah, she's
actually, so after House of Hades, Annabeth and Percy do not have POVs in Blood of Olympus, which means this and before, this is the last Annabeth POV that we ever get. And then prior to Senior Adventures, Crown of Ptolemy would have been the last one. Yeah. So that's fascinating. Again, just these little short stories that most people who are even fans of the series probably haven't read. Because again, they were only in the paperbacks, and if you were a big fan of these books, you probably already had them in hardback, and then you had to kind of go find this other one. So
it's so funny.
The Kane Chronicles, I would say, is probably the one that even fans of Percy Jackson and Heroes of Olympus
didn't read. I didn't read until this year.
Exactly.
Or last year, I guess, technically.
So, and you read Magnus.
I read Magnus. Magnus was great.
Magnus is great.
I read Magnus because I heard it was a return to form of the first person.
It very much is. So, and you'll notice he has not deviated since.
No.
This is the strength you have, Rick Riordan, and I'm glad you know it. Okay, so going into...
one character. All right, just one character. That's all we need.
And that's great. And that's good.
Sadie and Carter were great, and you did that first person. That was wonderful.
That really worked, but... I think it would have been stronger if we weren't also writing this other thing.
You can nail that. Yeah, if you want to do multiple characters, only do that. Only do that fucking series. Anyway.
So, and then we get Staff of Serapis, which opens with Annabeth, who's just trying to get to Percy's house. She's just trying to go over to see Percy. They're supposed to go to a movie tonight. And instead, there's some sort of monster getting on the subway. And she's like, I guess I have to deal with that.
Great.
Then it's like a dog creature?
Yeah, it's this weird, like...
shell.
This one's a dog creature with, like, a weird hermit crab shell.
Yeah.
But it's just got its forearms out, so it's just kind of running.
Mm-hmm. So she's dealing with that. And then, all of a sudden, at the next stop, a big dog creature in, like, a weird shell. Not in the shell, it's just a dog creature.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was a lion and a goat with a shell, and then a big dog creature gets on at the next stop.
No, they're looking for the third one.
Yeah.
So it's just two of them, and they find the third one right before they find Sarah.
But it's not like all three of them aren't dogs.
That's right. It's the lion, the goat are in one, and then the dog, and then they... Yes, okay,
yeah, because it has to come back together to be the staff for the set new fella.
Yes. So they run...
Spoilers, I guess.
Spoilers for what we're talking about right now.
Literally.
And then Sadie gets on the train.
Yeah.
And she's fighting it, and they see each other, and they pair up. We don't have a... I mean, here's what's interesting, is Annabeth is the one who's like weirded out and overwhelmed. And I think the book did the story did a really good job of like explaining why. Because it was like the last one was like Carter, who knows less and has not experienced like another pantheon, is the one that's like, this is too weird and overwhelming. And Percy's just kind of taking it in stride. He's like, okay, this is weird, but what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Here, Sadie's like, okay, sure, dog, whatever. Let's keep going. And Annabeth's the one who's a little bit like, I'm having an overload.
Yeah, and we're on the cusp. Like I'm used to being in situations where I know everything about what's happening right now, but I'm at a cliff of my knowledge right now.
Yes, like, and I appreciate. I think that's totally reasonable for her to be a little feeling like she's a little bit in over her head because Annabeth's still 17. She's a kid. She's allowed.
It's another whole new pantheon.
Yeah,
like Roman and Greek. Sure, Roman's like a different pantheon, but.
It's like an evolution.
It's a derivative, okay?
Yeah, it's an evolution of that, just as a next step that makes sense. This one is wholly different.
It's older than both pantheons.
Yes. And so I like that. But she and Sadie get on really well from the jump.
Oh, dude, I love their interactions so much. Character interactions, I'm always such a huge fan of crossover episodes.
Yeah, especially when they're like friends.
Yeah,
and
huge
Sadie
fan.
and Annabeth click really quickly. Now, Percy has told, and also it takes Percy told Annabeth everything.
Yeah.
He absolutely told her from the jump. Carter did not tell Sadie.
Carter did not inform.
And Sadie's not fucking pleased about that shit.
Did not inform his co-leader here.
And sister.
Yeah.
She is not jazzed about that. They're able to bind up the creature pretty quickly. And then they get to sit down and like talk about stuff, but it does get away.
Yeah.
And then they realize it's a part of a staff. So they go after it, and it is actually uniting with its god.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't remember the guy's name.
Serapis. Because it's the staff of
That's
Serapis.
Right, yes. And he was the supreme god that in this story, I don't know if this is true, I'm sure Darren will have the information here, but Serapis was supposed to be the supreme god for when Ptolemy was trying to fuse the pantheons. Is that real? So...
there is enough going on in these short stories that we're going to do one more episode.
Great.
Which I haven't researched yet. So that's why I was like, is that real? Is a great question, DJ. I'm excited to find out too.
That sounds like it could be real because clearly Ptolemy had like a huge impact on Egyptian because we call it like the Ptolemaic era.
Yeah.
And shit.
According to the very top of the Wikipedia page, on the orders of Greek Pharaoh Ptolemy I, he was very popular as a means to unify the Greek and Egyptian subjects of the Ptolemaic kingdom. I will look at this dude.
Yeah.
If you ask me who is that, I would maybe guess is that Zeus or Poseidon. Just curly, craggly hair and beard. Yeah, it really looks like ocean seawater swept. I will dig more into this to figure out if he was truly popular or if he fell out of favor pretty quickly. Because
I wouldn't doubt it was a good 2-year run he had, and then suddenly his popularity ratings fucking nosedived.
Ptolemy kicked it, and we were done.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is, this god claims that Isis was his wife.
Yeah.
She was forced to be after he subsumed Osiris. And I found that super icky.
Crazy.
I found that super icky.
Not great.
Like, that's the thing we talked about of like gods having different paramours and
did,
consorts.
Happen, probably, I'm sure, right?
But the suggestion of this happened totally against her will and she was forced to do this.
Not great.
When they become fully realized characters in a narrative like Isis was just very
not great.
Irksome. And we'll dig into that more. But yeah, he is trying to build...
real quick. Annabeth clocked it was a kite.
Yeah, she did. She did when it was turned into a
bird of prey. Kite of some sort.
Yeah.
Kite, maybe?
Yeah, because she's Annabeth Chase. Of course she'll recognize a kite.
It was fun.
I like that. Yeah, because and that's really cool. I think they're also like Sadie and not Sadie, but Percy and Annabeth, I think, are both impressed by the fact that Carter and Sadie can turn into animals with their magic. Like, I think they both express a little bit like, that's really fucking cool. I only know one guy who can do that. Yeah. But y'all both can just do that. And
I love Annabeth being like, you never get used to it. It's a little weird scene. I don't like it. But
I don't like it, but she's got her Yankees cap. This is the first time it works again after we find out it wasn't working in Mark of Athena. Mm-hmm. It reappears in her pocket and it's able to work, and it's like a sign from Athena being like, hey, shit's real bad.
It's not good.
Definitely need to solve whatever this is. We don't want this guy doing what he wants to do, which is forcing together the Egyptian and the Greek pantheons and putting himself at the top.
We weren't super stoked about it at the time, but we couldn't do much because it was just like it was over there. Yeah, it was happening over there. It was the old times.
Yeah. And also, like, the Greek gods weren't touched. Like, they were still being it was like they were still being worshipped in Greece. Mm-hmm. It was the Egyptian ones that sounds like it was most impacted. But again,
I wouldn't doubt it if Ptolemy was more Greek than Egyptian.
Which he was.
Yeah.
He was the general of Alexander the Great. And he was the one after Alexander died, after conquering his empire. It was divided up between his generals, and Ptolemy, who was Greek, is the one that took over as Pharaoh of Egypt.
Nice.
Yep. It is his lineage that eventually we get Cleopatra VII, who is the final Pharaoh of Egypt. Mm. Who fucking, okay, Rick. All right, Richard, let's talk about it. Speaking of Cleopatra, where we have this guy, Serapis, talk about this foolish queen who ended the dynasty as a coward and like killed herself or ended the kingdom. And I'm like, fuck off, Rick. I thought that you had, like, by the last one, we mentioned her the first time and it sucks, and we mentioned her the second time, it's a little bit softer. But, like,
now we just go right back.
This is right back to it's Cleopatra's fault that Egypt fell.
No, it's just the words of an arrogant god. Fuck that guy anyway, right?
Fuck that guy anyway. But it's like, also, no, it was Rome. The fault of the Roman Empire. Like, Cleopatra was just trying to protect her goddamn kingdom, her children, and her dynasty. And yeah, that did mean having to find allies in Rome, this massive mega empire superpower that was conquering the world
right
around
across
her.
The ocean too. Yeah, like right across the sea. It's right there. It's, it's the Mediterranean. There. It's not that big.
Yeah, and my bad. Alexander, not Alexander the Great.
Caesar.
Not Caesar. Well, first Caesar, then Caesar dies, and her second
I don't remember.
One she partners up with is Cleopatra. Mark Antony. And yeah, Mark Antony going up against Octavian didn't fucking work out.
You hate to see it.
Sorry.
Sometimes you accidentally pick the losing side. That sucks. I'm sorry.
Like, she picked Caesar and came out on top, and then he got a little too big for his britches and he got murked. And then they had the triumvirate, and she had to pick one of those ones that she was going to side with and hope to get favor so they would be willing to, like...
Mark Antony was already a fan of Egypt.
Yeah, Mark Antony was already there. He was already calling himself, like, the son of Dionysus, and she's like, all right, well, I'm Isis, and she's Dionysus's paramour, or she's Aphrodite, who is Dionysus's paramour here in Egypt. I'm going to roll up, show off my swag. Listen, if you want to hear more about this, you can go over on the Patreon where we talked about a biography about Cleopatra where I learned a lot of cool shit. And listen, ultimately, Egypt did not fall because of Cleopatra. It fell because of Rome. Yeah. She just could not fight back against it, and she did. Sounds like
Rome.
Everything.
Not many people could fight back.
She lasted.
There's a reason
why
Rome became one of the biggest fucking
empires in the entire world.
Yeah, like the second biggest, only shadowed by England.
Yeah,
or some shit. Maybe Mongol. I don't know. Maybe it's third. I don't know how big.
Massive. They conquered almost the entire known world at the time. So, I think. Fuck off, Rick Riordan. I adore your work, but this thing of the maybe we would hope if we do get a Kane Chronicles adaptation, we would get a more nuanced discussion of Cleopatra as like a Greek woman ruling Egypt in this dynasty. That's not what this episode is about.
God, Darren, I fucking crushed that too with just the guessing. It's the British Empire, Mongol Empire.
Good job.
Oh, I guess the Roman Empire doesn't even make top 10. Crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it goes British, Mongol, Russian, Qing, Spanish, French colonial, Abbasid Caliphate, Umayyad Caliphate, Yuan Dynasty, and Portuguese Empire is the top 10.
Cool.
For peak square miles. And British had 13 million square miles of empire.
Sun never set on the British Empire.
Crazy, dude.
Okay, so back to the short story. basically Serapis is trying to rebuild a lighthouse to do all this stuff.
Yep.
Sadie and Anna. So, a cool thing that happens. Annabeth grabs Sadie's wand.
And it turns into her dagger.
It turns into her dagger, which is pretty rad.
Huge lore implications, in my opinion. But
well, she loses it.
No, I know.
It just, but
like later, it's just the fact that this kind of ability exists is huge.
Yeah, well, it's clearly because this one also Sadie gives her the ability to see into the doo-wop for a while, which she recognizes.
When she kind of has like her little small breakdowns, like holy fuck, there's so much more to this shit than I've ever even thought.
And this is right after she's been in Tartarus too.
Yeah.
So, but it's very much also the almost outright said that the mist and the dua are the same thing.
Yeah.
Just with a different paint job.
I mean, yeah, it's literally like Glamour and the Mist, literally the same thing, just
exactly.
a different name, right?
Yeah, and
like there has to be some sort of natural phenomenon in the world that is separating gods, monsters, and humans.
Yes, that's true, and so we find out.
So every culture is going to give it a different name.
Yes, and so we find out it's all the same thing, and so when they interact with.
Sorry, no. Again, I'm just thinking about the Hazel of it all because the Duat's part of like the land of the dead.
And the Duat's part of the land of the dead. Let Hazel be a magician. Hazel would be the most powerful demigod in the fucking world.
God. Suddenly, rankings completely flipped. Hazel is disrupting everything with this new information of the fact that she can learn Egyptian magic, probably.
Yeah, she totally could. She totally could, though. She already can learn.
Or she can at the very least control the Duat, because she can already control the mist. She can control the mist.
Yeah. And so getting into the Duat, because the magic the magicians do comes from the Duat.
Yeah.
And so it is part of we still like the bloodline of the pharaoh thing and stuff.
Yeah, whatever.
But we'll see.
We'll see if he continues that or whatever.
Yeah. But like also lots of kids, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can find a line back because there are so many generations. Like,
yeah, are you kidding me? We have 9 billion people on this planet, and there's even more dead and buried.
You're telling me we can't find one single person in Hazel's entire family lineage that can't date back to a pharaoh of ancient Egypt? Come on, give her all of it.
Some other magician, I don't know, something like it's gotta be there.
Right, like
Frank is a hodgepodge of 3 or 4 different fucking cultures.
Okay, right.
And we know that Frank is also one of the most powerful demigods of all time.
So yeah. Let Hazel be a magician also. She'd be fucking great at it.
Love to see it.
Okay, but this book though.
Yeah.
Annabeth has to stab a dog.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
That's real sad. She's real upset.
Gotta stab the future.
Yeah, because these 3 heads of the staff they represent the past, the present, and the future.
Yeah.
And so Annabeth has to. First, they try to banish this guy, and it doesn't work. He's just able to throw, like, if it's just Greek or it's just Egyptian, he's just able to absorb it. So Sadie starts to pretend to do Greek stuff. Like, Annabeth teaches her some Greek phrases, and she starts to, like, throw it off. Oh, because Annabeth showed up, and she said, I want to be your priestess. Like, I'll be of, like, Athena. And he's like, great. That sounds great. Show me that you're so smart. And that's how they do that fun trickery. Before this, Annabeth, when they're fighting just the staff, she has a great line about... like trying to confuse the staff, being like, Mr. Lion, how could you say that about your friend, Mr.
And
Goat?
It starts to kind of work.
And they start to turn on each other. I'm like, there's my goddess of wisdom.
Love to see it.
So with Sadie distracting him, she's able to get close enough and use her dagger. But is Sadie's wand, or is it her knife, or her...
It's the wand turned into a weapon usable by a Greek warrior.
Yes, so it's like the magic
the magic just like
is
morphs itself
to
the Greek ability of yourself.
So flip side, let's say we had the original dagger, right? It didn't get lost in the fall to Tartarus. And if Sadie grabbed it, would it turn into, or like Carter grabbed it, would it turn into a Khopesh?
I would love to see if
Carter grabbed Riptide.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is like if he grabbed Riptide, would it also have turned into a Greek Khopesh?
Yeah. Or is it too specific? Like it's Sadie's wand, but unlike Riptide, it doesn't have a name. And it doesn't sound like it's super
just kind of
special.
Make another one.
Yeah, right? It's not really unique. But, like, yeah, what would happen if one of them grabbed... If Magnus grabbed...
Dude.
If Sadie grabbed Jack? Like, what happens?
Look.
And I think Jack specifically, he is a weapon of a Norse deity.
Yeah.
I think he specifically feels like he'd be the most, like, shaped by the magic.
Oh, 100%. That'd be awesome. Fuck.
So, or maybe he'd be more resistant to it because he's an actual god's weapon compared to these things that are tools.
Because he also got, like, runes inlaid in him, too. probably would push back against that kind of
there's
thing.
just a lot of potential.
Dude.
There's just a lot of potential that Rick hasn't revisited
He's
yet.
setting up
That he's
so
setting
much.
up.
Across all his series, he's been setting up for something that hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm. So Annabeth, who loves dogs, has to stab. That's the weak point of the staff. And she's also like, what if I kill it and I destroy my own future? And she has like that internal freak out. She's like, no, I got this. I can do it. So she stabs it. We take this guy down. They exchange phone numbers because obviously.
Yeah, it's like, don't call me because it's kind of, it'll attract monsters to me, but only in emergencies.
And Sadie's like, oh, that's crazy. I've never noticed that.
It's like, that's never happened to me. Crazy.
Because it's a
She's
curse.
also not a demigod.
Yeah. She's also not a demigod. The Egyptian magicians are not demigods.
Yeah, they're not. That's not what happens. They become eyes.
Yeah, they become eyes.
Avatars.
Or even the ones that don't fully like become avatars are still tapping into the magic and power. Like Jazz does like Geb earthen magic, but she's not I don't think a host of the
No. Yeah, they're not.
It's very, I think that experience is uncommon. Or like
it's tapping into
Russian
the power
guy.
of the universe, which is what like the hieroglyphs are supposed to be in this world.
Like they can tap into the magic directly from the god, more direct, more, but that's, I don't think quite the same thing as being an eye and actually hosting the deity. So that wraps that story, and then we get dropped into the last one, Crown of Ptolemy. That opens with Annabeth and Percy having a bad time.
Yep. Trying to get in contact with Sadie and Carter.
Yeah.
Nothing's working.
Nothing's working. Percy's already been like, Carter,
come on, please.
He's like, where would he be? And then I think Annabeth has already like called or texted Sadie.
Yeah.
And so they are. And this one is told from Percy's POV. So this was the last Percy POV we had until Chalice of the Gods came out in the 2020s.
Yeah.
Like it was like 5, 7, 8 years, I think, between
like
this one and 2015.
But Chalice it might have been 9. Chalice came out in 2024?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 9 years.
No, because what was Chalice? I think Chalice was 24 or 23. Because it was announced
23. It was end of 23.
End of 23. Triple Goddess was last year. So in this one we get the snake goddess, the symbol of the other part of Egypt. Wajet. We get Wajet for like half a second.
And she gets immediately subsumed. Consumed by
Setni, the evil magician and the son of Ramses.
Trying to turn himself into a god.
Yep, who was the guy we saw in Serpent Shadow who skipped out. I appreciate this being where we tie up that loose end.
Yeah.
And now he's going to turn himself into a god by fully like combining the like giving himself the power to absorb Greek and Roman stuff.
Yeah. And getting the one crown of Ptolemy, so the crown of the unified Egypt.
Yeah.
Which you have to get from both Wajet and
Nekhbet.
Nekhbet,
yep.
Nekhbet. I'm like, it starts with an N.
Yep. And so Wajet's here for like half a second and then she's gone. And I was like, oh, damn, I definitely thought we were going to get to know her better in this one.
That's it. That's all we got.
Because we already spent so much time with Nekhbet that I couldn't, again, I've read this one, but I couldn't really remember. I knew one of them got absorbed. I thought it was Nekhbet, and then Wajet would have been the one we spent more time with. But because of the kind of narrative Rick Riordan wanted to tell and how he already set Nekhbet up as being the goddess of strength, essentially, of
protecting strength.
Yeah, of protecting strength, of pursuing the strong. The pharaoh should be the strongest.
Yeah.
And that taking this as another opportunity to interrogate why Percy gave up immortality and godhood.
It's good.
It makes sense to have this be like a character who's going to clash ideologically with that. But I don't know. Maybe Wajet could have done the same thing. We don't know her.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But I guess it'd be like weird if we just have a character who's doing the exact same thing as Nekhbet. Let's just use Nekhbet again. I don't know. I think I would have been unhappy either way.
Yeah.
He's, as we said, Setni is responsible for all of the stuff that's been happening because it's been using it as to test to see about combining ancient Egyptian and Roman stuff. And also,
seeing if it's possible to make himself a god.
No, Greek and Egyptian. There, I did it.
Yeah, Greek and Egyptian to specifically make himself a god.
Yeah, and then watching the way the Canes and Annabeth and Percy have been interacting to also get data from that.
Yeah.
And he's able to do it. Like
he's there. He's doing it.
Like in the process, he absorbs Wajet. He's got the crowns. He's putting the crowns together. He's making himself all powerful. And then Carter and Sadie do show up. It just took them a while to get there. They don't have like teleportation magic. They had to get there from Brooklyn.
Yeah, Sadie could have texted
they're
back.
on Governor's Island in Manhattan.
Sadie could have texted back.
Yeah, it literally could have been just on my way.
Yeah.
So we get a really fucking cool thing, which is one of our Greek heroes hosting an Egyptian god.
Yeah. Percy hosts Neckbet.
Yeah, because we have to. What we're doing is combining Greek and Egyptian. So to do that, to fight. That's what Setne is doing. So we're going to do that here. And
dude, Percy fucking hosting Sobek would go so hard.
It'd be so fucking good. Or Happy, who's literally a Nile god,
son of the sea god, hosting the god of all fucking rivers.
Yeah.
Would we be able to use this kind of magic for Greek gods? Do you think? Do you think that?
No,
I think
they just don't do that.
But why? What would set them apart to that kind of degree?
Well, it could be. Interesting. The way the gods seem to exist
might be different.
Yeah. Where the Egyptian gods
are actually in this realm, the other ones are hanging out in the Duat.
Yeah. Or because the Greek gods maybe are too concrete.
Maybe.
And the Egyptian god. But also, this is a thing that Rick Riordan invented.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, they were the idea of the pharaohs as gods came in part because after death they would become gods and they had the responsibility of godhood, or they were the descendants of like Ra and Osiris and Horus. Like we talked about that all season long. So this is a little bit mean, or sometimes they did act as like the eye of the gods. Like this, like when Cleopatra called herself like Isis. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more like that. That's just not something that happened. You would call yourself the child of a god. You would not call yourself the embodiment. You'd be like the son of Zeus, the son of Dionysus. Yeah. But you would not be the embodiment or the mouth of them on earth. So it could just be part of that. Like maybe like
the difference in how they view gods just in general.
Yeah. And if we agree, which I do in this story, in this series, that the gods are shaped by human belief. Uh-huh. The Egyptian gods can do this because the ancient Egyptians and magicians believed they could do it. And that is why they can do it. The Greek gods could do it, but they maybe don't know how, because the humans who worship them and give them their power do not believe that's something that they do. DJ's got a face.
Well, because if they could do it, they just don't know how. Well, maybe we can work together on this then and get some really cool fucking moments of Percy being the eye of his dad, you know? Come on.
Like, could you, if we assume all of the gods are made of the same god stuff.
Because if the mist is duat glamour, they're all, it's all the same.
We've agreed it's all the same thing.
So if they're all made of the same stuff.
The gods all come from that. They're all made of the same stuff and could theoretically do the same things that the Egyptian gods do.
And we know that, like, it's simply just about merging the magic, whatever that kind of means. Yeah. So if you just use the same magic ritual just with Percy and Poseidon, then it should work.
Yeah. And it's also like, how is it different than like the blessing of, like when Clarice in the Battle of Manhattan gets the blessing of Ares? Like, is that maybe not what it is for the gods? Like they're literally imbuing a piece of themselves to their hero.
Yeah, they just don't. They don't call it the eye of.
Yeah, because again, like even when Horus is with Carter, it's not all of Horus.
Yeah, it's
like a piece of him. Yeah,
until he's in the duat, and then he's actually embodying Horus, and that was fucking sick. I was a huge fan of that.
But the idea that the gods still, even when they're there, they're also like existing in other spaces. So maybe
Apollo can already do that though.
Yes, exactly. So it could be like that is. That manifests for
his magic system
is a blessing.
His magic system has become way more cool.
This is
way fucking dope because of this side story here. And I guess I need to read Court of the Dead. I also need Rick to get on it and release his next mainline series, which circles back with. I put down one of my notes. The Crown of Ptolemy is the big thing in the next fucking thing.
Oh, that's such a good point.
Gotta be. It turns you. You have it, and it turns you into a fucking god.
Yeah.
Like.
That's such a good point. Yeah.
It's going to be a plot point for the next series. It's gotta be. If it's not, why set this up? This is a Chekhov's gun.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you weren't ever going to use it again, this thing should have just dissolved.
Yeah. And we also again in Trials, or was it late Heroes?
Trials.
Trials, where it's Chiron's gone from camp talking to Bast and Mimir.
Yeah.
I know there was another one that was set up.
I think it was in...
Yeah, there was one more final breadcrumb that I'm completely spacing on.
Something to do with the hunters?
Oh yeah, the fox.
Yeah, they were hunting some sort of... Artemis was hunting some sort of fox. Yeah. We haven't caught up with Reyna and Talia and the hunters yet, and that's definitely a thing we got to circle back to. But
anyway,
for here, we get Necbet merging with Percy because Annabeth... It suggests that she can do this with Percy because he's not as smart as Annabeth. I don't like that way that's interpreted.
I took it as Percy is more willing to go with the flow of things, but Annabeth kind of needs to have a level of
control,
strategy. Yeah. I would say control, strategy. I think
she would fight Necbet the whole time, and Necbet says, "I need someone I can control," which sounds like very demeaning, but I think it's right. I don't think Annabeth could host a god, even if it was a god, even if it was like her mom or a goddess. She was like, or like Isis or
she
someone.
Would want to be in control of her own actions.
Yeah,
the entire time. She
could not let herself like what Sadie and Carter can do, which is fall into like a rhythm. Like she cannot trust the process.
She can't resonate. Dude.
She can't resonate.
There's no resonance with Annabeth. You really hate to see it,
and that's rough. She's great in a lot of other things, though. So Percy and Nex. So Setney tries to like bribe them all. Like, I can bring your mom back. I can do this. I can do this. Like, you're so great. You're so great.
You can be a god. Percy's like, I'll make you a god. It's like, I've already turned that down.
I already turned that down.
What?
And Necbet is like, what the fuck do you mean?
What do you mean you turned down godhood?
No,
I love that Setnu and Necbet were both like, excuse me? And Necbet goes back through his memories.
Yeah.
What the fuck you mean?
She was like ready to drop Percy. She's like, what the fuck?
I'm going to leave your body right now. You're going to die in the sky. All your friends that we're holding, going to die.
Yeah, so because suddenly she and Setney are on the same page, and Percy's like, we need to fucking lock in. Yeah. It's like, I don't need it. I don't need this to be happy. Like I don't want it. I don't want it then. I don't want it now.
With my girlfriend. I want to grow old.
With my family and the mortals I love. Like the people who always
I'll see them later, okay?
Yeah. And so I love that. Like every time Rick Riordan feels inclined to revisit Percy's refusal of immortality, he just like commits to that every time.
Nails down. It's like this. It's his reasons aren't going to change.
Yeah, like the next time we brought it up here with him being like nah, and the goddess being like reviled by this thought when we see it again later in Chalice where he's fighting old age and embraces him and he's like, you gave this up, and like that kind of respect. Like he doesn't bring it up to hammer us in or make it feel stale, but when Rick chooses to reincorporate this theme of Percy Jackson, he does it really well. And it's really intelligently written. It's really insightful. Huge. Yeah. So ultimately, they win because, of course, they do.
Yeah.
What do we do with Setney? Just bind him up, banish him. Oh, I think they sent him back to.
Yeah, I think
the Duat back to.
Something I did like was that.
No, they put him in a snow globe.
Yes, because he was a big fan of snow globes.
Yeah, he talked about liking snow globes, so they put him in his own snow globe.
Something I do like was that, like, when Annabeth was trying to sneak around with her hat, Setney saw through it immediately. He's like, what are you doing? Get out of here.
Yeah.
But when Carter puts it on and sneaks around, he can't see Carter properly.
Can't see
it's
Carter.
Really fun. I do like just the mixing of the magic. Again, his magic system has just been expanded upon so much by these small lore, like just these 3 short stories. The lore implications are huge. So yeah, they trap Setney in a snow globe, which is honestly better than if they had sent him back to the underworld, because Ammit was definitely going to devour his heart if he went back down there. So putting him in a snow globe, and they have the crown of Ptolemy, and they're like wondering if the goddesses left it as a test, just to see what they would do. So yeah, that's such a great point. Like, why is it here?
It's still here. It's such a big, powerful magical artifact that's just in Brooklyn House. Like,
it'd be
that would be such a great
flabbergasted.
It'd be such a great inciting incident. Whoever our big bad is, they break into Brooklyn House and steal it. It would be
Percy's POV because it's where he's most comfortable at. I refuse to. I'm sorry.
No, he would do multiple POV.
He would.
He would.
Here's what it should be. Arguably.
First person for everybody.
First person for everybody. Period.
First person for everybody.
You got to do first person. You got to, as your biggest gripe with Heroes, you got to get over the fact that you want to end plot line within the 3 chapters that you're given for the character.
And you know what? Court of the Dead. He proves he doesn't do that anymore.
Good.
Yeah, I will say that. He proves he doesn't do that shit anymore.
So and it should be Percy, Annabeth, Carter, Sadie, Frank Hazel.
Magnus.
Oh yeah, and then Magnus. And we just got
Magnus Alex.
Yeah, fuck 8. Oh, shit.
I don't think it's Frank Hazel.
It's not Frank.
I
Hazel.
think it's.
But I'm sorry, it's gotta be Hazel.
Okay.
It's not, but it's gotta be.
I think it's Percy, Sadie, Magnus, Hazel.
Yeah, it probably is just
so
4.
It's one representative from each. And then we have supporting characters.
Yeah.
So here's what it is.
I think that's probably the best way going forward because you have all of this. Like, just it's so much at this point. And he's expanding what he's planning. I hope.
I don't know. Because right now Percy and Annabeth are in New Roman University, and it is like steadfast, don't fucking bother them. Even if something's happening in their backyard, even if it's about the Minotaur, don't fucking bother them.
Yeah.
So here's what it is. Here's my vision. If we're going to do this, if it is with the Crown of Ptolemy, because that's such a good point, it gets stolen from Brooklyn House.
It gets stolen from Brooklyn House. Carter shows up at camp.
No.
Or somebody shows up at camp.
No one shows up at camp. They don't know how to get there. Sadie calls Annabeth.
True.
Because she
that's
can.
Right. That's right. They have the phone number.
Magnus is visiting Annabeth.
True.
So that's how he gets
set it up already. Dude, he's playing it.
And they go to camp where Percy and Hazel are at. And then we have these together. They go, and now we have everybody.
Outstanding. Love to see it.
I think it needs to be Sadie because we make up for Sadie not getting a POV in this one. And then if it's Percy, Magnus, Hazel, and Sadie, we make it Hazel, so we have an even split of
gender.
Just because I also like that vibe. Also, and I'm a big fan of Hazel.
I love Hazel.
I love Hazel
her so much.
And that's what I'm saying. Hazel needs to be directly involved with some Egyptian magic.
She does.
Yeah.
She needs to start talking with Sadie because Sadie's naturally good at this shit too.
Yes. She's literally hosting the goddess of magic.
So they need to start talking and be like, I'm the student of my goddess of magic. You're hosting the goddess of magic. Let's get together. Yes. Let's trade notes. Let's figure it out. And so it's just start that's
why it should be Hazel as our main
huge power spikes
Roman.
would come from it.
Yeah. So I think that's how that's the most
Hazel teaches Sadie how to manipulate the mist. Sadie teaches Hazel how to command words.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Magnus is there.
Hazel's spell. Yeah. Magnus and Percy are just
also there,
just being dumb together, being big fucking idiots together.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Their swords are hanging out.
Oh yeah, Jack is so happy to get to hang out with Riptide again.
To hang out with Riptide.
Riptide's a little aloof, but I think she's into him.
Oh, 100%.
It's cute. But yeah, that's how we get these crazy short stories that we haven't touched in 20 years. Mm-hmm. Sorry, 10 years. Mm-hmm. The last one was 11 years. It's been 11 years since we've had these stories come out, and we haven't touched them since. We haven't heard from the Canes since. Nope. And so if we finally get the big epic Rick, as Erica from Seaweed Brain calls it, the Rick Riordan Multiverse of Madness.
It's not the Multiverse of Madness, it'd be Infinity Wars.
You're right, it's Infinity War. That is how, you're right, Infinity War is so much better anyway.
Yeah.
It's the Riordanverse Infinity War.
Multiverse of Madness would be when he starts bringing in the Riordan Presents characters.
Yeah, okay. You're right.
That's the Multiverse of Madness.
You're right. Thank you. But yeah, I think the Crown of Ptolemy is the best, artifact to justify getting Greek and Egyptian back together, and then Magnus already being connected to Annabeth gets Norse in there, and then we do something with that. Damn, Dee, that was so smart. What a great observation you made.
So big. Love to see it.
Long story short, wow, I like these so much more after I talked to you about them. I liked them, but not enough to go buy them. It was the theory
crafting.
Yeah. Now I'm a little bit I could go buy it. I've got a gift card. I could spend money on it. Okay. So yes, this was, and again, we will definitely do one more that is specifically the lore of Serapis.
I don't even remember what episode I called Hazel out on. Was that Isis?
I think it was Isis.
So early. I'm yo, what if Hazel came in and learned this shit? She's already a magician in her own pantheon. Hey. Well, there it is, dude.
We will be back with fully officially, one more episode that's going to be considered part of season 7. Yeah. I guess we could call this 7.5, but I won't. It is,
it's the wrap up of this.
Yes. So I'm going to do our Wajettes. We're talking about Serapis. And I also like to talk about Setni.
Okay.
Since he was such a big player here. Huh?
Setnu.
Thank you. Setnu. His name is spelled Setne. Which is why when I was reading it just now, it's Setnu.
It might be Setne.
I thought it was Setni with an I.
But in the recording I read, it was Setnu. So
yeah,
it might be like Setna.
We'll figure it out. But I also kind of want to talk about him a little bit, just like historically, he was a son of Ramses.
He's like
and I
a
also
real
learned,
fucking person.
yeah, right. He's a real guy that like existed historically.
Like he's actually pulling from history right now.
That was kind of crazy. You're gonna shit talk Cleopatra left and right, but this is the guy who's gonna get to be a character. But I also learned some really interesting stuff about Ramses the Great and some choices he made during his reign that kind of fucked over the Egyptian system of like passing on power in a way that hadn't been done before.
You really hate to see when that happens, don't you?
So yeah, then it's like, hey, there's a reason we didn't fucking do this, buddy. I will talk about that next time. We are going to be back in your ears on Tuesday, March 17th to talk about Egyptian gods one last time. And until then, don't be like Zeus.
Don't be like Zeus.
Muses of Mythology is created and hosted by Darien and DJ Smartt. It's edited by Darien Smartt. The show is produced by Darien and DJ Smartt, as well as
Tim O'Connor, The Crystal Conman, Nicholas Miller, Jeffrey Babbitt. Our music is Athens Festival by Martin Hain.
and our cover is by Ran Kapoka. You can find them on Instagram or through the link in our show notes. Want more Muses of Mythology? Support the show on Patreon. Join the Patreon for free for access to outtakes and bloopers from our main feed episodes, or for $5 a month, you can enjoy our Bunker 9 bonus episodes every other week. Get more at patreon.com/Muses of Mythology.
You can also support the show by leaving a review at lovethepodcast.com/Muses of Mythology, or tell a friend why you love the show.
Don't forget to check out all of our episodes and episode transcripts at musesofmythology.com.
Thanks for listening.